So, Barine, this is a nice start. I'm a little concerned that you're trying to discuss both the physical activity and the food issues in a short paper. I don't think you can really do that. And the physical activity question is kind of complicated because it's hard to force children to be more active. But there are some countries and schools where all the children have to get up and run around for half an hour or something like that. And of course in the military everybody has to work out and exercise. So there are ways that it could be developed and increased, but it's hard to force kids to move around and do sports and things like that. Anyway, I think the easier one is to talk about the overweight and obesity the way you did here, because that is something that we control directly with the school cafeteria and everything. In your, let's see the reference here. The number of children who are falling into clinically is increasing, therefore it is time to come to work with something about it before it gets out of hand. Okay, so you paraphrase this a little bit, not too much. It needs to be reduced a little bit more, because right now most of the words are directly from the source. Now, in the you put the period after the citation, and the citation will only be the last name. So it would be Davidson and Culvert. You take out the first names in here. Good many health problems from obesity and overweight children. And then also many kind of indirect problems. They're probably not going to do sports. Other little indirect things that you could also talk about as well. Now here in this citation you said Ebony. Well, Ebony is a journal, it's a magazine, but there must be an author. I don't need the year here, I just need the name of the author. So like I said, if you want to discuss physical activity, then it's going to be a more indirect thing because it's hard to force kids to move. We mostly give them opportunities to join sports teams and to play in the playground and things like that, but some of them will not. So what should we do? I don't know exactly. There are schools that require movement and exercise, especially in Asia, I think. Everyone starts the day with 20 minutes of exercise. Maybe we should do that. I don't know. You can think about it. Okay, parents, of course, are a huge influence, and the way they control TV and food is very important. But it's hard to blame the parents. We need to find things to help the parents make their job easier. Yes, there's lots of advice that everybody is suggesting and telling the parents, but unfortunately the children like certain foods. It's hard to fight with them about what they eat, and so I don't think I would not discuss the home very much, even though it's very important. It's hard to change things there in the house, except for things like the cost of some food. We could make some healthy food cheaper if we wanted to. Like right now in Buffalo, milk should be more expensive, but the government has a way to make it cheaper, and they do that right now to encourage people to drink milk. Another one is fruit and vegetables. We could find ways to make them cheaper. We could reduce the advertising of unhealthy food. There are some small things that would make the kids be a little more likely to eat healthy foods, even though we can't control exactly what they eat. We could raise the price of certain kinds of sweets and drinks. Philadelphia made a special tax on sugary drinks, soda, and because they felt it was causing diabetes and other health problems. So there's ways to do that if we strongly believe that this is what we need to help children and help families. So you need to be a little more focused. You need to get more research in here. Don't give me a list like this is a list of things. Have everything be in sentences. So maybe you can just say, other health effects or health problems from overweight are gallbladder disease, comma, high cholesterol, comma, hypertension, comma, and then the last one. So that's how what you need to do here. So you've got to focus a little bit more and try to be realistic. Usually, I think focusing on schools is the best thing because we have so much control over what happens in the school, and we have so little control over what happens in the family home. So maybe the children, if they learn to be healthy in the school, when they go home, they will still do some of the healthy things, and they will benefit that way. So I would suggest that, because you might find more research about the school situation than about the home situation in terms of policies and guidelines and rules. Overall, I think it's a good start. I would just focus it more, and right in the beginning here, just restrict yourself. Mainly, to me it seems like you're mainly focusing on schools, so you want healthier food, less junk food, and you want more physical exercise for the kids in the schools. And so you have to think about what are the costs and what are the benefits for those kinds of changes, and look for examples where they're doing there are places in America and in the world where they are following your advice, and they have sometimes they have real evidence to show that it is working.